What's up? What's up? Welcome back to Life Chronicles. It's Droop the Loop here for another one. Now, in this video, we could talk about the previous where we was talking about one circumstances, but also hostile environments. You got to be able to thrive in hostile environments because when you can do that, you can be successful, right? And I'll give you an example. I got a good book here, and normally I don't share books, not because I can't, but just because it slips in my mind. But here I got the Prosperity Bible, right? The greatest writing of all time on the secrets of wealth and prosperity, right? So, I got books like that in my arsenal that I like to read because health is first, right? First, primarily, health is everything. Health before wealth. But after health is what? It's wealth. So I want you to tap into that aspect of it as well, right? Because on this channel, we talk about the wins, the losses, but most importantly, y'all, it's about the lessons. Because after the lessons comes the blessings. And we what? We too blessed to be stressed. Now, I had an amazing day. I worked the African American Festival out in Brooklyn. Shout out to Flatbush. It was a phenomenal event. It was great. I enjoyed the vendor I was working with on this. And it was great to see our people come together for that event, because that's what I do, y'all. I work events. I'm a brand ambassador, so if you're a brand and you need an ambassador, holla at me. Hit me up. I got over a decade of experience working events, and I just want to put that out there because sometimes you don't get too personal on YouTube, but I just wanted to let my YouTube family know. I do events. Face to face, I'm the face of the brand, the product, the service, whatever you have. I got your back, right? I got you. Now, one of the things I want to talk about, because I wrote it down in my book, don't damage your brand. Don't do it. You are the brand. And you have to remember that because in the process of me being a brand ambassador, I know the most important rule is don't damage the brand. Whatever talking points they got, I got them. I'm not going to sit there and talk about what I want, right? I'm going to talk about what the brand represents. So I work with a cool brand, right? Actually, I wasn't working for them, but it was a young lady, and she had a great brand, and it was the Better Milk Co. Right? Co is CO, and milk, it was milk with a Y. So it's the word the, better, milk with a Y and co. And she inspired me today. What inspired me was that when I first spoke to her, she said, I'm scared. And a lot of times when we doing things, we're going to be scared. We're going to be afraid. But the thing that separates the winners from the losers is just mindset. It's where you at mentally. And although she was scared, in my eyes, in my opinion, she had a phenomenal event. At first, lines were slow. The crowd wasn't there. But the minute that the entertainment picked up, we had a lot of great performers. Shout out to Prince Penn. I believe that's his name, from Tanzania. I might be butchering the country. I don't know all of the African countries. I think it's about 54 in the continent, but that's neither here nor there. You could chat GPT it if you want. But what I want to say is, it was a great performance, right? But also, it was inspiring to see this young lady go for hers. And one of the things that stood out was his guilt-free ice cream. Now, normally, for all my gym goers out there, when you go to the gym, you watching your calories, your diet, and everything. but she had vegan ice cream, dairy free, so you totally don't have to have the guilt trip of anything else. And that stood out to me. And when I work these events, I'm paying attention to all the entrepreneurs out there that's going for theirs. And while at these events, they're not damaging their brand. Because you got to remember, Pepsi is a brand name. Coca-Cola is a brand name. You're a brand name too. And your brand might be brand new, right? And if you're a new brand, all you want to do is be seen in the light that's respected. I'm a brand. I'm a brand ambassador, right? So I speak for products and services. And essentially, y'all, I get paid to talk about brands. So if you dope, I'm going to make sure that you seen that way. If you nice, I'm going to make sure you seen in that light. If it's not a good brand, I probably won't talk about it because, again, we don't want to damage the brand. So I don't do no negativity on this channel. If you're expecting that, then you're in the wrong place. But as a brand ambassador, you always want to shed light on something that's great, right? And I've seen enough. I work for Fortune 500s, right? The Coca-Colas, I've done Share a Coke, NFL, I've worked the Super Bowl. I've worked All-Star Weekend with the NBA. I've done Nickelodeon, right? Where they was dropping slime on people out in PA. We worked at the King of Prussia Mall, and if you've been to KOP, you know what I'm talking about. I work for a lot of great brands, and what I love is the experience that I get from that. But when I say don't damage a brand, I'm talking to you specifically, you that's watching this video. Don't damage yourself. Self-belief is your superpower. Matter of fact, I got a video about that explaining all of that. And what I really wanted to touch bases on is when you don't damage your brand, you don't damage yourself. You never want to shoot yourself in the foot because this is about you shining, growing, and ultimately experiencing things firsthand, right? We don't talk about secondhand experiences on this channel. It's straight, raw, unfiltered. So if you like, subscribe, share, because somebody probably like the words that I'm talking and they need to hear this today. Because you know what the lady at the Better Milk Co. told me? Because I didn't get her name. I got an IG, but I didn't get a name, you know, strictly professional, right? She told me, I'm probably going to go home and cry. Because she was so shocked that she did good. And I told her, you didn't damage your brand. You did good. Matter of fact, you need to hire help. You had so many people waiting that you actually lost sales, right? You missed people because they want to contact with you. They want to sample. They want to try it. It's vegan. And I'm not a vegan, but I still appreciate dairy free. I still appreciate her attitude. As a matter of fact, I talked to her at the end of the event, and she was like, I love your energy. I'm glad you spoke to me. I'm glad we connected. And that's what this is about when you're a brand ambassador. All you're trying to do is make a connection that's genuine, heartfelt. So when you speak to people, you give them real feedback. And I've been doing it over a decade. So for me, I don't have time to filter how I feel versus how you feel. No, I'm going to give it to you straight raw. Because we're here to help. And a lot of adults got a problem with asking. Right? But I was watching a Steve Harvey video last night, and it said, you ask not, you receive not. Something along those lines. Now, don't get me quoted up, right? The quote police, they always say, oh, that's not the quote. It was in the Bible. And basically, bottom line is ask and you shall receive. It didn't say you might receive, you should receive. It said shall. And anytime something says shall, that means it's a definite, definitive. It's there for you. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want. If you're at your job and you want that raise, you got to ask for it. Oh, my alarm going on. Right? You know. It's going off, but you know what? That's confirmation because you can't be afraid of what you want, how you want it, and when it's going to come to you. But one thing's for certain, you got to ask for it. And if you don't ask for it, what are you expecting? So we got to change our expectancy, right? We got to assume now, right? You got to assume that things are working out for you in your favor for the greater good of you. And if that's not your mindset, I need you to do some changing up here. Shout out to Little Haiti and BK. I was working out with a great nonprofit, Little Haiti BK. Lovely soul. She was great as well. We had a lot of great companies out there, right? The vendor I was working with was on the go. She had some sorrels, right? That's that hibiscus. Mix it with the ginger, the lime. Shout out to Jamaica. It's a hometown celebration drink. They usually drink it around holiday seasons, but every day's a holiday when you're feeling you in the spirits, right? So I just wanted to say, don't forget yourself, don't forget your brand, and don't tarnish your brand. You a brand name. Act brand new. Go into it with brand new energy. But just remember, I'm rooting for you. And I'm just here as a reminder to let you know that greatness is inside of you. It's around you in your aura. And it's okay if everyone not rooting for you. Long as you building your brand, you will continue to build on that. And if you haven't been here, check out some of my other videos. I got some great videos, great content for you to check out. Subscribe, share with a friend. But bottom line, I want to see you successful and happy. But I'm not responsible for your happiness. That's your job. My job is to keep you inspired because when we don't have motivation, we lean on discipline. And if you feeling good, what's bad about that? What's wrong when you feeling all right? Okay? And as always, peace. Tap into another session. Just wanted to drop this word on you right quick. And stay tuned to Life Chronicles. This is Droop the Loop. I'm signing out. Peace and blessings. Happiness to everyone that tapped in. Whether you watch 10 seconds, 10 minutes, what have you. I'm happy you're here. Stay here. Hit the bell. Subscribe. And stay tuned. Peace.